Joe here from Joe Talks Tech. And today I just want to talk about how you get your resume noticed by those top companies. I have been fortunate or unfortunate enough because I don't have the job, right? To have been contacted by a recruiter from every top company that you can think of, right? And I don't think I did anything extra. I mean, I'm not even located in the US. Some people think that you have to be in Silicon Valley, you have to be in Seattle, you have to be in Berlin, you have to be in top hubs for you to come in contact with recruiters for from top companies, right? And in fact, most of those companies, from the Facebook, from the Google, right, from the Microsoft, they've contacted me without me reaching out to them first. So I'm just gonna talk about what I think contributes to that for me, and I think I can think of maybe three things that I think really, really stand out in getting those kind of contacts, right? And I think number one for me is LinkedIn. Sometimes I see people post on LinkedIn and they say, um, you know, uh, has anyone really gotten job from LinkedIn because I've been looking for a job for so long and I haven't gotten one, etc., etc., etc. Yes, it happens. And but you have to be diligent, which means you actually have to update your profile. You have to have a photo that people can look at. You have to put your skills, your strength, probably put a couple lines from what you have done, right? If you look at my LinkedIn profile, it's not big and fancy, but I try to keep my jobs there and just a little synopsis of what I do, right? And I think this is really, really important. Keep your profile up to date, keep relevant skills on it. Like, you have tag for Java, for CSS, for whatever it is that you've worked in, try to keep those skills there because, you know, um, on that point, when you look at the insights on LinkedIn, like they send this email to you, or I'm not sure if it's email or you see it in the browser, and you go and it says, you've been in 87 searches for this week, and it tells you the search terms that people have used and the areas that they're in. So you may see for woman Java lead, they found me, right? And you see that 50% of the person were recruiters, and they show you the companies that those people worked on. If you do not have your profile updated, people will not be able to find you for those keywords, and that is very important. If you want to get in mail, right, you have to ensure that your profile is up to date. Number two, network. It seems stupid, right? So I mean, especially when you're like, I don't like to go out, but you don't have to go out. You have LinkedIn, you have Twitter, you have Slack groups, right? The Woman Tech Makers, they have a Slack group. If you join their group, they invite you in. You have LinkedIn, right? So be very careful, or let me say not careful, but let be very direct in terms of people you connect with. Try to find people in your niche. You can also find people who are also have recruiters from those areas as first level contacts, or so they would be like your second level contacts. You can search out those people and you can try to connect with them. You can connect with these recruiters directly. A lot of them may check your profile, so make sure it's up to date. Go back to step one. But if they don't, they just accept you. You're a software engineer in the header, you're a project manager in the header, they'll just accept you. You know what this means? It means that you now have access to their network. Let me tell you, once I accepted, I'm not sure how it went in terms of me sending the request or them sending requests. Someone who was featured on, I think it was a Forbes 30 on the 30 list. The moment we came into contact, people start looking on my profile like crazy. Just because we're now connected, right? And maybe there was a notification on or something in the timeline on that person's page. Then their friends started to come and check. Why are you're not connected with this person? So more and more people started coming to my page to look at my profile. And some of these people were recruiters, and some of these people were recruiters from top companies. So what I did, they came, they looked, I connected with them. And by this, I got connected to people who now expanded my network, right? Expand my network to people at these top companies. right? So that was pretty awesome. Number three, get involved. Get involved. It's great to have a profile that speaks about everything you do, all the technical things you do. It's very important. But some people, like maybe me, I haven't worked at that many companies, just a few companies. So, I mean, there's some technologies I may not have touched. So to balance it, I've worked on a lot of groups, right? Doing women in tech stuff. I've given a lot of talks. And because of that, these things are on my profile. These things are on my profile. The groups I've been in, my volunteering experiences. And I think this is very important. I spoke to one recruiter from one, I guess, it's the third richest tech company. Hmm. And he told me that, regardless of what happens, right? What you do outside of just coding is also very important, because for you look at yourself, there are 10 other persons who's willing or capable of getting to the same level as you, of passing the phone interview, of going to the on-site interview, and then you're there and you're scored. What sets you apart? What value are you then coming to bring? Since a lot of these companies put you through a boot camp, right? What other value are you going to bring? If all of you guys can be taught, what other value are you going to bring to the table? And this is where what you do, when you do what you do in tech, will really help you to stand out. And I was told that, right, it's not something that I'm making up. And I was told that more than once. In fact, I've been in interviews where, I mean, the interview totally detracted from just my tech skills, and we could spend 20 minutes just talking about topics that were relevant to the company, topics that the company was now struggling or interested in expounding on, like diversity, like inclusion, like women in tech, like, paternity leave, in terms, so many things. So put an interest into other things, right? So rounding out, update your LinkedIn profile, connected people, build your network, and do other stuff, right? Get engaged, get involved, be visible. So those are my top tips for from Joe Talks Tech, from about how you get noticed by recruiters from top tech companies, from the Google, the Microsoft, the Amazon, the Uber, all of them, right? Whether or not you get that job, we'll discuss in other videos, because it takes a lot of work, right? A lot of work. But these are the steps to get your foot in the door. These are the steps to have them contacting you. These are the steps, right, that lead you to the first step. So signing off for Joe Talks Tech. Have a great night, evening, afternoon.